Mr. Chichester to give us the quote and the verbiage that we need to do so.
Well, Mayor, first, I think the council still has got to act on number 4. Of D.
Mr. Hall?
Yeah, my understanding is at this point, the council has now acted on all of the 4 questions with the exception of part D of question 4, which is where it is basically finding that the proposed action is in conformity with the comprehensive plan. The wording here is a little tricky because it says that the conditional use, if completed as proposed, will more probably than not be in general conformity with a comprehensive plan. So you're not going to find that. Your finding is it is in conformity with the comprehensive plan if you choose to approve.
And I believe by the vote that was taken, that is what we would like to do, is find that it would be in general conformity with the comprehensive development plan. Is that correctly stated? Correct. We call for a motion to approve.
Mayor, make a motion that it is a general conformity with the comprehensive development plan.
We have a motion, do we hear a second? We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, no. That motion will be carried 3-2. And then, just for clarification, we would call for a motion to approve the request that is presented to us for the conditional use permit. Motion to approve that request. Is there such a motion? Okay. We have a motion by Ms. Cowan to approve the request that is presented here before us tonight. We hear a second to that motion.
Question before that, we are approving the request to approve based on, can you specify those
Items 1, 2, 3, 4.
That it be approved based upon all of these findings 1 through 4 having been true.
will you have that to you?
That it be based on the findings 1 through 4 that have been approved.
Okay.
Everyone here, Ms. Cowan's motion. Have we got a second to that motion yet? Okay, we call for a second to the motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any more discussion on the matter? There being none, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. And all opposed, no. That motion will be carried. All right. Do we need to vote again? Ms. Clinton? Okay. The next item, the item 9, we have a presentation of the No Kids Hungry program. Mr. Sinton?
Mayor and Council, I'd like to introduce to you the UNC School of Government and a UNC professor, Ms. Maureen Berner. Professor Berner is here to talk to us tonight about a state program called No Kid Hungry. I would also like to bring to your attention that Ms. Michelle Puckett is with us this evening. She's with the Roanoke Rapids School Nutritionist. She's the director of that program. And for this program to be successful, it will take all of us to make it work. The city, the state, and also Roanoke Rapids Graded School District. Mayor, I'd like also to call to your attention that there will be no action needed this evening. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Professor Berner.
Thank you. I appreciated the comments a little bit earlier about the Institute of Government compared to David Owens. It's the font of wisdom. I feel like I'm the trickle of trivia my role at the School of Government is actually to help local governments and state agencies evaluate programs. And that's how I got involved with the No Kid Hungry program, is that I was asked by the State Department of Public Instruction and DHHS and the Commission on Volunteerism and Community Service out of the Governor's Office to help evaluate this demonstration program that's going on in North Carolina. The reason I'm here tonight is that part of that demonstration program is in Roanoke Rapids. And in my early research evaluating the program, I found such impressive information about the potential impact of the program, both in terms of serving citizens in the communities as well as the economic impact, that I felt like I wanted to share that information with the local governments involved as they consider the extent to which they participate and what's going on in their community. So I'm here just providing information about what's happening in Roanoke Rapids considering this new program. The No Kid Hungry program, just as a little background, all school districts provide meals to kids through the free and reduced price lunch program. And those are for children who are seen as being needy and needing some additional nutrition and food to supplement what they are getting at home. That program is very successful. The extension of that idea or that program during the summer runs through two separate departments via state funds, one through the Department of Public Instruction and one through the Department of Health and Human Services. Unfortunately, only about 10% of the children who are eligible for free and reduced price lunch during the school year actually get any assistance during the summer, and that's a statewide figure. To address this, the State Departments decided to work together this summer and try to increase participation in the program. The monies for the program come in two different ways. The DPI administered program allows schools to open up and provide meals during the summer, and traditionally that's been providing meals to summer school students. But a lot of kids aren't participating in summer school, and a lot of school districts aren't holding summer school anymore. So children are fed alternatively through Health and Human Services, which partners with local nonprofits like the Boys and Girls Club or YMCA to provide meals. The federal government picks up the cost of those meals and the salaries and overhead and all associated costs to provide those meals. They usually, the way the program works successfully is to have a local partner who's willing simply to sort of set it up and get the food to the kids. In the past, the school program and the nonprofit programs have worked separately, almost in a silo format. But this year, with sort of the prompting of getting everybody around the table, they decided to try to combine efforts so that they can increase participation and get more food out to kids. That resulted in requesting a waiver from the federal government to reduce a lot of the paperwork, not all of it, but a lot of the paperwork involved, and to increase the amount of money that covers the meals and the associated costs for the program. And that waiver was just approved 3 weeks ago. And one reason why I'm actually visiting the different jurisdictions that are included in that waiver is because since it's only been going on for about 3 weeks, a lot of jurisdictions don't know about the opportunities that are presented to them to participate this summer. The waiver that was approved, again, it reduces the paperwork involved, it increases the reimbursement for the meals, and it basically allows the school districts to open up their kitchens and prepare meals at the school kitchens. And the nonprofits where the kids are can come by to the school kitchen, pick up the hot lunch or breakfast or snack, and take it to where the kids are and feed them and bring the dishes back to the school kitchen, whereas it had been two entirely separate programs. By doing it this way, it's really made it much more easy to get food out to the kids. This waiver only covers 11 school districts in North Carolina, and we're the only state in the entire country that's been approved for this waiver. So it was developed in North Carolina, and only 11 school districts are involved, and the Roanoke Rapids City School District is one of those 11. So it's a very specialized program, and Roanoke Rapids was selected to participate in part because of significant need in the area, but also because of significant willingness with the school system, and in particular with the school nutrition officer, to take on trying to feed more kids and take advantage of the waiver. Any place where kids congregate can get meals, can get free meals. And that's something that a lot of communities aren't aware of. Usually you think the kids have to be in the school cafeteria. Under this waiver, that's not the case. They can be fed at libraries, they can be fed at swimming pools, they can be fed at Parks and Recs programs, they can be fed anywhere where there's a congregation of kids. The federal government will pick up costs for 2 meals, breakfast and lunch, breakfast and snack, snack and lunch, whatever sort of combination works for those purposes. So I've been visiting local jurisdictions to bring up 2 points if they would like to participate. One is that if there are current food being offered as part of city or county programs, that cost for that meal provision can be picked up via this program with federal dollars. And so that, in a way, would be a cost saving if you still just wanted to provide the same food, but the feds would pick up that cost, and that money could be used for other resources or other needs in the community. But secondly, if there were programs where kids were participating, you could add on a lunch or a breakfast or snack, and again, the federal government picks up the cost for that. So I've been visiting a number of counties and school districts. Other counties and school districts involved in this include Asheville City Schools, Buncombe County, Stanly County, Johnston County, Polk County, Bertie County. So I've been visiting these, and in a number of them, they're trying to think about ways in which they can ramp up, because the waiver is only 1 year. It's only approved right now for this summer, although there is already movement to try to get approval to extend it for next year. And it's only in these 11 school districts. Part of my evaluation has come up with really 2 findings. One is that there's a significant potential for increasing impact and outreach to children and communities by partnering with local government programs that are already in existence. The second piece that's been very impressive to me is understanding the economic development impact. And that is tracking the dollars that local communities put in to try to get the program up and running in their community versus the amount of federal dollars that are drawn down. In general, it's a 1 to 10 ratio. That is, most programs break even. Some are creative and can even supplement some of their regular programs because they use their dollars very wisely in preparing meals. And so they can actually be in the black with the programs. Some programs run at a slight loss. But in general, for every dollar of investment that the local community puts into sort of putting it on, that means the person that they hire to monitor it or to do the paperwork, over $10 in federal money is brought down and is spent in the community. The most extreme example I found of that has been in the Durham City Schools. They